Hello, my name is Ben, and I am one of your teachers. Watch this video class with subtitles as many times as you need until you are able to understand it all without the subtitles. Then, practice and enjoy watching it several times, understanding everything as if it were your own language. Have your mouse handy and pause often to understand the examples better. If you do it like this, you will learn a lot of English. Today, we are going to study articles, plurals, and countable and uncountable nouns. Phew! That sounds like a lot. Let's begin by learning about the articles a, an, and the. The good news is that there are only 3 articles in English: a, an, and the. These articles are separated into 2 groups, definite and indefinite. The is the only definite article. The is used to talk about specific nouns. And I have some more good news. It is used for all nouns, both singular and plural. Let's look at some examples of how the definite article, the, is used. The dog, the table, the dogs, the tables, the best. Now, let's have a look at the indefinite articles for singular nouns, a and an. They are used when talking about nouns in a general sense. Look at these examples. A boy, a girl, an elephant. Notice that a is used before nouns that begin with a consonant, and an is used before nouns that begin with a vowel. Now, let's have a look at the determiners we use for plural and uncountable nouns, some and any. They can be used with plural and uncountable nouns. The general rule is that we use some in affirmative sentences, and we use any in negative sentences and questions. You will study this in more detail in Unit 27, but for now, let's look at some examples. Some boys, some girls, any boys, not any boys. Now, let's look at plural nouns. A plural is a noun that tells you that there is more than one of something. Most plurals are formed by just adding an S to the singular. Look at these singular nouns: book, teacher, car. Now, if we add an S to the noun, we can form the plural like this: books, teachers, cars. However, this is not always the case, and there are regular and irregular plurals. A plural is regular if it follows a rule. Let's look at the first rule to form regular plurals. When a noun ends in S, SH, CH, X, we add ES. Look at these examples. Bus becomes buses. Watch becomes watches. Brush becomes brushes. Let's look at the second rule to form regular plurals. When a noun ends in a consonant plus y, we take away the y and add ies. Let's look at the words factory and strawberry. They both end with the consonant r and the letter y. So the plural forms are factories and strawberries. However, when a noun ends in a vowel and a y, no change is made, and you simply add on s, like in these examples. Boy becomes boys. Key becomes keys. Tray becomes trays. Let's look at the third rule to form regular plurals. When a noun ends in f, or fe, we take away the f, or fe, and add ves. Let's look at some examples. Wife becomes wives. Leaf becomes leaves. Shelf becomes shelves. Now that we have learned about regular plurals, let's take a look at irregular plurals. What you need to know about irregular plurals is that they are the exceptions to the rule. Just remember, the more you practice them, the easier they will be to remember. Let's take a look at some of them. I will first read the singular and then the plural. Man. Men. Woman. Women. Child. Children. Person. People. Foot. Feet. Tooth. Teeth. Mouse. Mice. Sheep. Sheep. Fish. Fish. Be sure to revise these. We also have only plural nouns. These are nouns that have no singular form. So the verb to be, for example, we use the form are and not is with them. Let's have a look at some. The trousers, the glasses, the scissors, the clothes. We can also say a pair of trousers or a pair of glasses, a pair of scissors, to use them as singular nouns. Finally, let's take a look at countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are easy to remember. They are things that we can count. Let's look at some examples of things we can count. Tables, houses, cars, dogs, horses, windows, dollars, etc. We can say 1 table, 2 tables, 3 tables, etc. It's that easy. And lucky for us, uncountable nouns are just as easy to remember. They are nouns that cannot be counted as separate things, such as water, sugar, money, oil, sand, etc. One last thing to remember. Countable nouns have singular and plural forms, and uncountable nouns just have a singular form. The word some can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. A good example of a countable noun is some dollars, and of an uncountable noun, some money. Well, in this class, you have revised the grammar in Unit 4 of our complete course, and learned all about articles, plurals, countable and uncountable nouns. Enjoy Unit 4 and meet a customer and his waiter. Do you think the waiter is really efficient? Put your headset on and practice to improve your listening comprehension. Record and compare phrases to improve your speaking and learn how to write correctly. You will also gain fluency by interpreting roles, and then you will learn the grammar and new vocabulary. Keep on learning English. Take care. Bye-bye.